Today we will talk about leadership, styles and behaviors. This section delves into the essence of leadership, defined as the adept use of power and influence to steer followers towards accomplishing goals. A leader's direction can impact various aspects such as followers' perceptions, work organization, goal commitment, inter-follower relationships, and their access to cooperation and support. Mary Barra's leadership at GM exemplifies how power stemming from her formal CEO role, expertise, and charisma can be wielded effectively. While some leaders like Barra can measure success through tangible metrics like sales figures and tenure, leader effectiveness is often assessed through objective evaluations of unit performance, including profit margins, market share, and productivity, or through more subjective means like employee surveys, gauging commitment and satisfaction levels. Assessing leader effectiveness can be multifaceted, with considerations ranging from objective unit performance metrics to subjective evaluations based on follower indices such as absenteeism, talent retention, or employee surveys. Understanding leader effectiveness can be complex, especially when considering employee-centered perspectives and the varied perceptions within a team. Leader-member exchange, LMX, theory sheds light on how leader-follower relationships evolve, emphasizing the distinctions between high-quality exchange dyads marked by trust and mutual respect, and low-quality exchange dyads characterized by limited interaction. Employee competence, likability, and personality similarity play pivotal roles in determining whether they end up in a leader's in-group, impacting organizational attachment and turnover rates. High-quality LMX relationships have been associated with enhanced job performance, increased organizational citizenship behaviors, and reduced counterproductive actions, particularly in individualistic cultures. Now the question we will discuss is, why are some leaders more effective than others? Leader effectiveness is defined as the extent to which a leader's actions lead to achieving unit goals, maintaining employee commitment, and fostering trust, respect, and obligation within leader-member relationships. The focus then shifts to exploring why certain leaders excel compared to others in driving unit-wide success and cultivating high-quality exchange relationships. Early leadership research dating back to 1904 sought to pinpoint specific traits or characteristics that distinguished effective leaders, aligning with the notion of innate leadership qualities. Initially, studies examined physical attributes like gender and attractiveness, later transitioning to personality traits and abilities as focal points. Over a century of investigation, scholars have come to realize that there is no universally applicable set of traits that guarantees leadership effectiveness. While traits may influence leader emergence, who becomes a leader, their impact on actual leader effectiveness is less pronounced. Traits and characteristics, while relevant, exhibit weak correlations with leader effectiveness outcomes. This realization has steered leadership research towards emphasizing leader behaviors over traits, as behaviors tend to have a more substantial impact on effectiveness. The chapter outlines 3 categories of leader actions that can enhance effectiveness: decision-making styles, day-to-day behaviors, and actions that extend beyond the leader's typical responsibilities. Leader decision-making styles refer to the approach a leader takes in generating and selecting alternatives to solve problems. The key factor in determining a leader's decision-making style is the degree to which they involve others in the decision-making process. Some leaders make decisions independently, informing others of the outcome afterward, while others involve their team members by asking for opinions or votes, even when the issue may not directly concern them. These styles range on a continuum from high follower control, where decisions are made with significant input from others, to high leader control, where the leader makes most decisions alone. Leader decision-making styles vary in the level of employee involvement. 1. Autocratic style. The leader makes decisions alone without seeking input from employees, although they may gather necessary information. An example is Sergio Marchionne of Fiat Chrysler, who makes quick decisions independently to drive speed and efficiency. 2. Consultative style. The leader asks for input and suggestions from employees before making the final decision themselves. While employees contribute, the leader retains the ultimate decision-making authority. Bob Brennan of Iron Mountain practices this style by asking employees for recommendations to gauge their commitment to the company. 3. Facilitative style. The leader seeks consensus from the group and ensures that their opinion carries no more weight than anyone else's. The leader acts more as a facilitator than a decision-maker. Robert W. Selander of MasterCard prefers this style to benefit from diverse insights and create buy-in. 4. Delegative style. The leader delegates decision-making to employees within certain boundaries. The leader does not intervene unless asked, but may offer support and resources. CEOs like Paula Schneider of American Apparel and Daniel Amos of Aflac use this style to foster responsibility and growth in employees, encouraging them to own their decisions. The effectiveness of decision-making styles depends on various factors, and there is no one best style. Leaders need to consider factors such as the quality of the decision, employee acceptance and commitment, job satisfaction, and development of employees' decision-making skills. Allowing employees to participate in decision-making generally increases job satisfaction and skills development, but can be time-consuming. Effective management of decision-making styles involves considering factors like decision significance, importance of commitment, leader and employee expertise, likelihood of commitment, shared objectives, employee expertise, and teamwork skills. The time-driven model of leadership suggests matching decision-making styles to specific situations based on these factors. Autocratic styles are suitable for insignificant decisions or when the leader's expertise is high. Delegative styles are for situations with strong teamwork skills among employees. Consultative and facilitative styles require a nuanced consideration of all factors. Research supports the time-driven model, showing that decisions aligned with its recommendations are more successful compared to those that go against it. Managers tend to overuse the consultative style and underutilize autocratic and facilitative styles. Effective leaders like Sheila Lirio-Marcelo of Care.com employ a structured approach to decision-making, categorizing decisions into different types based on the level of input allowed. By applying the principles of the time-driven model, leaders can better match decision-making styles to situations, leading to more successful outcomes and improved employee engagement. The Ohio State studies in the 1950s categorized leaders' day-to-day behaviors into two main dimensions: initiating structure and consideration. Initiating structure involves organizing tasks and setting goals, while consideration focuses on building relationships and showing concern for employees. Leaders may exhibit a mix of behaviors such as initiating, organizing, producing, socializing, integrating, communicating, recognizing, and representing. Initiating structure involves defining roles, planning, and directing activities towards goals. Consideration involves building trust, respecting ideas, and showing concern for employees' welfare. Leaders like Millard Drexler and Jeff Immelt exemplify these behaviors in their leadership styles. While the Michigan studies framed similar concepts as production-centered and employee-centered behaviors, the Ohio State studies considered initiating structure and consideration as more independent dimensions. Recent research shows that both dimensions are beneficial, with consideration strongly related to perceived leader effectiveness and employee motivation, and initiating structure linked to employee motivation and overall unit performance. The life cycle theory of leadership suggests that the optimal combination of initiating structure and consideration depends on the readiness of employees in the work unit, ranging from R1 to R4. Different levels of readiness require varying combinations of leader behaviors, from directive to delegating. Research suggests that the life cycle theory has been incorporated into leadership training programs, but scientific testing of its propositions has been limited. Tests show that leaders often do not use the recommended combinations of behaviors, potentially due to adhering to a consistent leadership philosophy regardless of the situation. The theory's effectiveness may vary across different job roles and levels of employee readiness. The missing piece in effective leadership is the ability to motivate employees to perform beyond expectations. Transformational leadership focuses on inspiring followers to commit to a shared vision, serving as role models, and helping followers develop their potential while viewing problems from new perspectives. This approach transforms how followers perceive their work, encouraging them to focus on collective goals and perform exceptionally. Transformational leadership is considered a highly motivational leadership style compared to other managerial approaches. It involves inspiring followers to commit to a shared vision, increasing their confidence in achieving outcomes, and motivating them to perform beyond expectations. This approach contrasts with transactional leadership, which focuses on rewarding or disciplining followers based on performance adequacy. In a leadership model that contrasts various leadership approaches based on their activity levels and effectiveness, transformational leadership stands out as the most active and effective approach. It involves inspiring followers to commit to a shared vision, developing their potential, and encouraging them to perform exceptionally. Transformational leadership has been found to have the strongest and most beneficial effects among leadership styles, and is widely endorsed across cultures. Leaders like Mary Barra exemplify the qualities of transformational leadership in driving organizational success. To comprehend the power of transformational leadership, it's essential to delve into specific actions and behaviors that leaders can employ. These can be encapsulated in 4 dimensions: idealized influence, inspirational motivation, intellectual stimulation, and individualized consideration, collectively known as the 4 I's. Steve Jobs, the former CEO of Apple, epitomizes transformational leadership with his charisma and visionary leadership style. Idealized influence involves earning admiration and trust, inspiring followers to emulate the leader. Jobs' charisma drew people to him despite challenges. Inspirational motivation fosters enthusiasm for a shared vision of the future, as Jobs reshaped perspectives with his compelling vision. Intellectual stimulation challenges followers to innovate and think creatively, as Jobs did by redefining problems and approaches at Apple. Individualized consideration involves helping followers reach their potential through coaching and mentoring. Jobs, although strong in other areas, fell short in this dimension. Political speeches by U.S. presidents, especially during crises, often exhibit transformational content, resonating deeply with people during turbulent times. President George W. Bush's speeches post 9/11 displayed increased transformational content, emphasizing collective missions and values-based visions. President Obama was also noted for his charismatic leadership style, while the impact of President Trump's speeches remains to be fully understood and evaluated. Okay, now the last question we will discuss is how important is leadership? Leadership plays a pivotal role in organizational effectiveness, with transformational leadership standing out as particularly impactful. Transformational leaders drive higher performance and commitment by inspiring employees through a shared vision, fostering trust, and empowering individuals to exceed expectations. Units led by transformational leaders often achieve superior financial results and deliver innovative products or services more quickly. Additionally, these leaders build strong leader-member relationships characterized by mutual respect and trust. Transformational leadership directly enhances employee performance and organizational commitment. Employees working under such leaders display higher levels of task performance, citizenship behaviors, and motivation. Transformational leaders empower employees by boosting their confidence, reframing stressful situations positively, and helping them set ambitious goals. They also foster emotional connections with their organizations by making work more meaningful, increasing job satisfaction, and spreading optimism through their positive emotions, creating an emotional contagion effect. However, the importance of leadership can vary based on the situational context. According to the Substitutes for Leadership model, some factors, like cohesive teams or structured systems, can reduce the need for direct leadership while still benefiting performance. Others, such as physical distance, merely diminish a leader's influence without offering any performance benefits. Leaders can leverage this model to understand why their efforts might seem ineffective in certain environments, and to enhance the role of substitutes where needed. While the value of leadership depends on various factors, transformational leadership consistently proves to be one of the most effective styles, fostering innovation, motivation, and a strong organizational bond. By understanding and adapting to situational dynamics, leaders can maximize their impact and help create environments where teams thrive. To maximize leadership effectiveness, organizations can invest in robust training programs tailored to developing leadership skills. Leadership training addresses a critical need for qualified mid-level managers, a shortage many companies, like Walmart, have identified. For instance, Walmart's leadership training program aims to prepare store managers more rapidly to meet organizational growth demands. These programs often focus on key areas such as performance evaluation, mentoring, creative problem solving, and cultural sensitivity. Additionally, some organizations, like Campbell Soup Company and Farmers Insurance, implement comprehensive leadership development initiatives that provide feedback and foster continuous personal and professional growth. Transformational leadership training, in particular, has proven effective in enhancing leadership behaviors and organizational outcomes. Research demonstrates that such programs can significantly improve transformational leadership capabilities. For example, a study in a Canadian banking chain involved a one-day training session and follow-up activities, focusing on understanding and practicing transformational leadership behaviors. Managers who underwent the training were rated as more transformational, and their teams reported higher organizational commitment. Additionally, these branches achieved better sales performance in personal loans and credit cards, showcasing the tangible impact of transformational leadership training on both employees and organizational success.
Thank you for watching. If you liked this video, please like and subscribe to channel.